everybody, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and I thought I would show you how I do my backings, how I prep them, and how I get them on the long arm. This is not for show quality quilts. This is absolutely what I do for utility quilt. Yes, hello, my dog. Of course, remember what I said? It's like when, go away. I don't like dogs. So it's like when you get on the phone, here come the little kids pestering you. So anyway, she probably thinks I'm just talking to her. But all right, she's gonna take a drink. Thanks. Okay. You guys want to see her? This is Blue. Taking a drink. Hi, Blue. Okay. Got that out of the way. All right. So let me set this and get this right. So this is how I set quilts up. You know, I'm not picky about where the seam is on the back. If you want it to be exactly in the middle, you can do it like that. But this right here is the real easy way. Okay, we have equal time. Here's the other one. All right. Harley. Hi, baby. That's my tripod. Okay. Both of them are rescues. We've had them for years. Anyway, so the way it works is this quilt top, this is the Hungry Animal alphabet I had talked to y'all about in another video. And the way this works is I just make sure I have enough backing for twice. This is 51 by 58 inches, okay? That's the only math I'm going to use in putting this together is 51 by 58. So 51 tells me one regular non-wide backing like this, okay? This is the backing that I had chose. It's right off the bolt, 42, 41, 42 inches. So I know that I need two of those because my quilt top is 51, okay? So 41 or 42 inches isn't going to cut it. I need to double the width. So then I also need a little extra to put it on the long arm. So that is going to account for that, all right? And then I just make sure on the length that, and I don't do the math on doubling the width. Yeah, it comes out to 82, 84. I don't care about that, okay? What I do care about is that I have enough of this fabric. I'm going to back this up just a little bit so you guys can see my whole table. Okay, there. I have enough of this fabric so that I've got a little bit up here. I can lay this out, all right? And I lay it out flat, and I've got a little bit down here, okay? That's all the math I need, all right? And then I have it selvage edge toward me, just because it's easier. I'm going to grab my handy dandy ruler here, and I'm just going to cut this. I'm just going to cut just a tiny bit off the edge. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly straight. I did not wash the backing before I did this. I generally don't wash my quilt fabrics before I do anything with them, ever. So, and that's all the cutting I'm going to do, okay? So now, I'm going to take this off. So now, effectively, I've got two pieces of fabric here, 4 layers, right? Because it comes folded, and I had it folded in half, all right? So there's the top, and there's the other piece. If you are using directional fabric, you want to make sure that at this point, this is where you flip this other piece so that they come out right. You want to not flip it from side to side, but flip it from end to end so that your directions are right. So that's as simple as that right there. I'm going to pull out my little magnetic thing here because I like that. Now I just open this up right here, fold this back, and these two selvage edges, I just pin them. and I pin them on the top. That's all I do about every 6 to 8 inches. It's just pin, okay? I have not, this edge is still open down here, and I'm pinning here on these selvages. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have pinned the 2 middle pieces together, and now I know they fit perfect because I had that long fabric folded in half, right? And I cut it. Now I know that I have a backing that is long enough for my quilt and wide enough for my quilt top. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the machine I use for quilting, my Brother SL 1500 SL, and I'm going to do probably a 1 1/4 inch seam here, because I do like to cut off my selvages, mostly because they have the licensing print in here, and if it's black, it might show through. If I have a dark backing, I don't bother. I just leave it on as is. But with a lighter colored backing like this one, I will do a 1/4 inch. I will sew into the printed fabric, and then I will cut away, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are at the quilting machine. This is just a plain straight stitch machine, but it only does one thing, and it does it exceptionally well. And I'll meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so I have stitched it's probably 1.5 inch seam allowance on here. And now I'm going to, and I back stitched at both ends. And now I'm going to press it. I had already pressed the fabric, not the center fold, but just pressed the fabric already. If you're interested in what kind of iron this is, it is a Sapporo gravity-fed iron. I absolutely love this thing. I bought it at the Houston Quilt Show several years ago, and it never spits on your fabric because it doesn't have any water in it. It has water that's fed to it, and it steams when you press a button on the side, and that's it. So the water, the reason they call it gravity fed, I'll show you guys. The water, let me see if I can get this up, is up here. See that? And I have a light hooked to, there's a power strip up there. And I leave it on so that when the power strip is on, the light is on, and that means the iron is on. So, okay, that way I don't ever accidentally, because it does not have an auto off, and we are not, there we go, that's better. It doesn't have an auto off, and I love that because I need my iron on for hours and hours in the sewing room. And then I am going to press the seam allowance to one side. Some people like it pressed open. I don't. I think that especially on a utility quilt, that may make for a weaker seam if it's pressed open. So I expect this thing to probably get used to build forts, and if that's the case, I don't want it to get pulled over a chair or a couch and then maybe get a hole one way or the other. So I am just pressing this seam allowance to one side. Okay, so this is part 1 of this video. This thing is ready to go on the long arm now. So I am going to stop the video right now, and then I'm going to do another part 2 to show you how to load it on the long arm. As you can see back here, those red things, those are red snappers, and they are the greatest invention since the weed eater. Promise. Okay, bye.